Yo, yo, yo! So, this sesh will cover my... I think it's been like 6 weeks on this run, I guess, before another break. So, yeah, just kind of cap this, like, I think I might have done one blog since I've been out this session of 6 weeks. Anyways, so kind of cap it all up. So I came back from break. I saw my family in Canada. Actually, it worked. It was crazy. Yeah, I had a big hassle trying to get to see my family in the first place. Finally got to see him. I didn't get to see my dad because they didn't get me to where I needed to be until later than what I had told them 4 weeks in advance. So anyway, but I got to see my mom. That was cool. So saw them, whatever. Good time, good to see him. Started on the road again, and let me tell you, when you get a little break in between your driving, you do not want to go back and drive again. So, the first day is, excuse me, is just terrible. It's awful. You're thinking about your family. You're thinking about not driving and having a normal life, and just relaxing, like, whatever. And I always, like, every time, like, when I first went out solo and when I came back from break to go drive again, like, that first day, like, all you do is you just, like, daydream about what life was like before you started driving this truck. And it's awful. Like, it gives me this, like, queasy feeling in my stomach because, like, you miss it so much. And, like, this life is just, it's terrible. It's not a good life to be on the road all the time and not have a life, really. So it was a terrible first day. Thinking about family and thinking about friends and thinking about normal life, I guess. So that was awful. But then you kind of get used to it. The days goes on, and then you get used to it. You just kind of get in a kind of a rhythm of things and keep driving. Just drive, sleep, maybe watch a movie, work out, go run, drive. It's whatever. Days just run together. You wake up, and sometimes I'll wake up and I'll forget, like, where I am, because you wake up in all these different places. One day you're in Pennsylvania, the next day you're in North Carolina, the next day Louisiana, whatever. So I have to think for a minute and, like, look outside. Like, I have, like, little curtains, as you can see right here, where my sleeper, where I sleep back there. So I'll open my curtains, I'll kind of, squint because it's all bright. Remember, kind of think where I am. Like, oh, okay, like, I know where I am, blah, blah, blah. Then you start, planning what you're going to do that day, how far you're going to go, all that kind of stuff. And this time out has been just non-stop. The first kind of, I guess I was out 5 weeks, yeah. The first 5 weeks solo was, like, no rhythm whatsoever. It was, sometimes I'd stop for, like, a day, sometimes 2 days. Then I'd, leave for some short run, like 800 miles. I have to wait another day for dispatch to give me a load. Then, it'd be totally inconsistent. No rhythm whatsoever. But this time out, it's been back to back to back to back. Like, I have not stopped. I stopped for one 34-hour restart. No, two. Sorry. I've had two 34-hour restarts. So a 34-hour restart is when you only have 70 hours in an 8-day period, and it's always the previous 8 days from whatever day it is. And collectively, those 8 days are more than 70 hours. You can't drive. So when you start rolling 500, 600 miles a day, 5 days in a row, those hours add up and you can't drive. You've got to do a 34-hour restart. So what that is you sit for 34 hours. The truck can't move, so you'll sit for 34 hours and then your clock restarts. So you have a fresh 70 hours to run off. So it's been just back to back. Man, I had almost a 3,000 mile run from South Carolina all the way to Oregon. That was insane. So I had to actually work in a 34-hour restart while I was under that load. So I ran it like 200 miles, and then I did a 34-hour restart, and it was 3 days, 3 or 4 days, I can't remember. 3 or 4 days back to back, all over. I think it was right under 600 miles, all throughout those days, just to get the load there on time. And those are some rough days. Those are long days. And I think that was kind of just the start of me learning what endurance really is when it comes to driving. Because, dude, some guys can just drive and not stop. Like, they'll drive 11 hours straight without stopping. Just bam, just go. They might have to fuel. Sometimes you don't. It kind of just depends how it works out. Because the trucks can go for like 800 miles before they run on empty. So anyways, yeah, some guys are just insane. They'll run 11 hours without stopping, and then just sleep, and then run another 11 hours. Just since those guys are insane. So I guess I'm just kind of getting introduced into what endurance really means as a truck driver. So I guess those were kind of just the prequel to me learning what that means. So I did that big 2,500 mile run, close to 2,500 miles. Got a huge paycheck, fat paycheck. That was nice. And so after that, there've kind of been some short runs. I had like a 1,500 mile one. The rest have just kind of been in between like 700, 800, 900 miles. But they haven't stopped. So I'll drop a load. Like, I'll get my load assignment, drop that load. Right after I'm empty, I'll get another load assignment. From there, I'll leave immediately to go pick up another load, pick that load up, and already start another load, all on the same day. So, yeah, so it's just been crazy. Days have just been running together. Like, I never know what day it is. Like I said, you wake up and you're like, oh, where am I? I don't know where I am. I have to open, my curtains and see where I'm at, whatever. So, yeah, and then I ran through Hurricane Isaac. That was nuts, dude. So I went from Georgia all the way to Louisiana. So like literally drove right through it. And by then, it was the morning after it had already hit the coast. So I guess it was just technically a tropical storm. It wasn't a hurricane still, but still insane. The winds were ridiculous. The rain was sporadic, but when it hit, like, you couldn't see in front of you. You have to go like 20 miles an hour. The wind almost blowing your truck over. Dude, it was scary. Got through that. That was totally insane. Another time I got to stop at my sister's house. This was so cool. So I get a load that's going to Ohio, and I'm thinking, okay, no way it's going to run through Canton, where my sister lives, because supposedly we don't ever live near Canton. Well, guess what? Yeah, we do. Massillon, Ohio, is right next to Canton, which I figured out, and so yeah, stopped there for that night, and then the next day, I spent a whole freaking day with them. It worked out perfect. Worked out awesome. Got to see them. That was super cool. Totally made my day. Oh my goodness. So when you're out for that, like for, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks, you haven't seen anybody that you know, just to have that surprise of, oh my gosh, I get to see my family today. I mean, it's encouraging. Super awesome. So anyways, so did that. That was cool. And yeah, like I said, it's just been kind of one big day, pretty much. God, super insane. I've seen the most beautiful sunsets. I've seen rainbows. Sunrises, fog coming off like the water, like in the trees, kind of misting, like, and you can see it kind of rise, like in the mornings. Every terrain you could think of, mountains, valleys. Today, oh my goodness, saw the coolest little town ever in West Virginia. It's like tucked away, like in this valley with like two mountainsides, like on each side, with this river like going literally like right through the town, splits it in half. Super cool, yeah, super cool town. Yeah, dude, so I'm just seeing everything. New York City, I mean, big city, small towns, middle of nowhere, big mountains, forests, what, you name it. It's been a crazy ride. So anyways, yeah, just kind of update. You know, God's been good, man, protecting me and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, doing good. Just giving you guys the update on trucking through with Sam Mickler. Peacing out with recap. 6 weeks, second session. Peace.